Now I want to speak to the children from the Catechism, and I want us to bite off quite a chunk today. I want us to go all the way from question 21 down to question 25. So let's get cracking. Question 21. In what condition did God make Adam and Eve? And the answer is He made them holy and happy. Remember, we asked the question, who were our first parents, Adam and Eve? That's question 17 and its answer. Well, 21. In what condition did God make Adam and Eve? He made them holy and happy. I think that's a good way of describing how it was then. They were holy, they were set apart to God, they were special, and they were very happy. You couldn't be more happy than Adam and Eve were at the beginning. And so the question comes then, question 22, did Adam and Eve stay holy and happy? Well, you know the answer to that question, don't you? No, they sinned against God. This is very important that we understand this. God made this world perfect. He made the first man and woman holy and happy. They truly were blessed, but it went wrong. There was sin. They sinned against God. So let's step back a bit and say, well, what is sin? What do we mean when we talk about sin? What is sin? Question 23. What is sin? Sin is failing to do what God commands. God says you must do something, you don't do it, it's a sin. That's as simple as that. And that, of course, is what Adam and Eve did then. God told them not to touch, or not to eat from at least a particular tree. They did eat from the tree, of course, and so they sinned in that way. So what is sin? Sin is failing to do what God commands. And then what was the sin of our first parents? Eating the forbidden fruit. That was the particular sin that they were guilty of. They were forbidden to eat that fruit, but they ate it. And so 25, why did they eat the forbidden fruit? Because they did not believe what God had said. They did not believe what God had said. And I think that's a very helpful question and answer to remember, isn't it? Because that's where it all goes wrong, doesn't it? Is when we don't believe, we don't have faith in God, but we're unwilling to trust in Him. So 21 to 25. In what condition did God make Adam and Eve? He made them holy and happy. Did Adam and Eve stay holy and happy? No, they sinned against God. What is sin? Sin is failing to do what God commands. What was the sin of our first parents? It was eating the forbidden fruit. And 25, why did they eat the forbidden fruit? Because they did not believe what God had said. We might put it like this. In what condition had God made Adam and Eve at first? Holy and happy. They were made. That's how they were at first. Happy and holy. Did they stay? No. They, against God, sinned. Our parents sinned. In just what way? They ate the fruit God banned. Forbidden fruit. Why did they eat? Because they did not believe what God had said. Let us repeat, no, they would not believe. And that was the problem. They would not believe. And so I want to encourage you, any children listening to this, anybody listening to this, not to be foolish like our first parents, Adam and Eve, and to refuse to obey God and to not believe Him, to believe the devil's lie. Rather believe first that there is a God, that He is a God who is full of love, that He's the God who sent His one and only Son into this world, so that whoever believes in Him won't perish. This is what we deserve because of Adam and Eve's sin, but will have everlasting life. So there's a lot to learn and remember there, but have a go, 21 to 25. In what condition did God make Adam and Eve? He made them holy and happy. Did Adam and Eve stay holy and happy? No, they sinned against God. What is sin? Sin is failing to do what God commands. What was the sin of our first parents? Eating the forbidden fruit. Why did they eat the forbidden fruit? Because they did not believe what God had said.